No, for sure. Adam22, I'm 40 years old. I am a podcaster and adult star, I suppose. My wife and I do a podcast called Plug Talk, available at onlyplugtalk.com, where we basically interview a woman every week and then sleep with her on camera. And yeah, happy to be here.
Welcome back.
Possibly, yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll be on the lookout for that. What about you?
Hi, my name's Isabella Riley Moody. I am a wife, a mother, a Christian, and I make right-wing political content.
Age?
25, sorry.
25. All good. Welcome, welcome.
It's the big homie, the one and only, Fax Kellerman, Stephen A. Pimp, Malcolm Flex, Flex Luthor, Kent Drippy Jr., the Crown Prince of Iran, the idol of James Bond, Marquette Devon Burton, the Saint and the Sinner on YouTube.
That was one of the most thorough introductions we've had on the show.
I appreciate
you.
that.
You have more titles than Daenerys of House Targaryen, first of her name, Queen of the
Dragons.
Andals,
Right.
Breaker of
Yeah.
Chains. I don't know the.
Right.
That was good. I liked
Appreciate
it. I
you.
liked it. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, welcome. So we're gonna go around the table once more. What's everybody's current relationship status? So, are you single? Are you in a relationship? Are you married? Situationship, friends with benefits, polycule, sex cult, harem, whatever it may be. All kinds of interesting arrangements these days. If you're single, how long have you been single? And what's the longest relationship that you've ever been in? Go ahead.
Well, I'm single, and I've been single since the pandemic. My longest relationship is 4.5 years.
Were you faithful during that 4.5?
Yes.
Okay, so you longest relationship 4.5 years, and you've been single since the pandemic started.
Yes.
So 2020.
So my
Early
4.5
2020.
year relationship ended during the pandemic. And I've been single ever since.
All right, got it.
I've been married for about 6 months. I've been in a relationship for about 7 years, and we are monogamous off camera, but we are open on camera.
Yeah. So recently, and
What does that mean?
We work with other people in terms of porn content,
Yeah.
but besides that, we're monogamous.
so
They have to be getting paid if they're sleeping with other people. You like that? You like how I did that? Let's
Okay.
work.
So you recently were involved. You did like a reality TV series, kind of, to
Right.
see who. Correct me if I'm wrong. To see who would be the next person who gets to have sexual intercourse with your wife, Lena. Is that?
Well, the reality show was intended to find our first boy-girl
Okay.
threesome.
So sorry.
So
Yeah.
It was a 4-episode series on
Okay.
YouTube, and then the finale, the actual scene, is on our OnlyFans. Yeah,
And you guys did the scene's done.
the scene has been completed.
Okay.
And decimated
Who
on the
won?
internet.
Who won the
A guy named Lil D,
Lil D?
24-year-old gentleman from Harlem.
Is he a rapper or
He raps.
he raps?
It's not
okay.
his primary vocation, though.
Not his primary vocation.
Mostly a porn star.
Okay, he's mostly a porn star.
Yeah.
And raps on the side.
Yeah,
He's got a SoundCloud.
I would assume.
I'd assume, yeah.
Still getting that part off the ground. I
Who
guess.
else was involved in that process? Like, I think I saw, was it Crip Mac?
Crip Mac was on
Is
there
that
as well.
the
Yeah.
55th?
55th Street.
Street,
Free
yeah.
Crip Mac. He's
Yeah,
locked
he
up,
got-
facing Fed charges
We were
right
gonna,
now. Yeah,
we were gonna have him on the show.
that would have been unreal. Yeah.
So he's currently incarcerated.
Yeah, he got locked up a week or two ago.
Is he? You think he's gonna be able to post bail or?
I believe that the average sentence for what he's being charged with is like 5 years in the feds. So no.
Jeez.
Not
Okay.
looking too good.
That
Yeah.
sucks. Well, okay. And then previously there was this big thing where with Lena and Jason Love.
Right.
That was a big thing.
That was her first time sleeping with another guy in 7 years of us being together, and she did that on camera. That was her first ever scene with somebody besides me.
And are you guys thinking of like continuing this trend, or like how do you feel about it? Because I've seen like some clips where you've kind of been like cool with it, but then others where you're kind of like, oh man, I don't know how I feel about it? Or
I mean, I was a little bit conflicted when she actually shot the scene with the other guy,
Yeah.
just in the sense that, you know, she's going off and filming something with somebody else. I'm not there. When we shot the scene with the other guy, Lil D, I didn't feel any kind of weirdness about that. It was pretty mutual. So for sure that, definitely by the time we're done in the adult business, I'm sure she'll have shot other scenes with other guys and everything, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Can I ask Adam a question?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is this for the money or just like you're like, this is what I'm called to do?
I would say it's primarily for the money, the same way that probably most of the girls here wouldn't be naked on the internet if they didn't have OnlyFans that were profitable for them. But at the same time, I mean, me and her have been hooking up with other girls for the duration of our relationship, and we actually had one off-camera boy-girl threesome with my wife and a friend of mine within like the first month that I met her. We were out drinking one night and we ended up having some fun in that sense. So it's not like completely outside the realm of things that I would do for free, but you know, we don't have a lot of crazy off-camera sexual experiences. Almost everything that we do that's out of the ordinary is on camera.
So is there, because I don't know what you're worth, but I have a sense that you're doing reasonably well. So if there was no money to be made, would you continue on with it?
I think that was a conversation that her and I had that made us realize that we wanted to kind of start pushing the boundaries of what we were doing on camera. Was she said, do you really think that we're going to be together for the next 20 years and that we're never going to swap or bring another penis into our sexual situation? And I said, no, I definitely feel like I'm comfortable enough that I could see us doing that as time goes by. And then we ended up actually orchestrating it on camera.
Are you bisexual?
No.
Okay. All right. Let's just sign up. All right. So with regards to bringing the other dude in, would you say that was primarily driven by her?
I would say it was very mutual. You know, we just kind of realized that, you know, after doing that Jason Love scene, we just didn't realize how viral the whole thing was going to be. And so we kind of got set on the path of thinking about how we could take it to the next level, because it ended up being like by far the most viral thing that any of us had ever been involved with. So at that moment we kind of realized like, oh, this is kind of our thing now. We have to sort of push at the edges of our conventional relationship, and the people will be incapable.
Bruh.
Well, I mean,
Ain't
mostly
not conventional, bro.
well, I mean, we sleep with other girls, but off camera our relationship is entirely traditional.
Crazy. All right. So what I'm really trying to figure out is, because you said you were uncomfortable with the Jason Love scene initially, right?
I was a little conflicted about it. It was a little bit of a weird thing.
And so I'm trying to figure out like where your soul is, and as much as like removing money from the equation. And honestly, at this point, I don't even think money is really the driving force.
Yeah, just to get it out there, me and her are both multimillionaires and have been for many, many years. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So money's not the driving force. So if it were just up to you and she were a robot as opposed to a human, and you could have it to where you could have things open on your side but closed on her side, would you prefer that?
To be honest, she came to me before we started kind of pushing out the boundaries of our relationship, and she said, what do you think that we should do? Do you think that I should just kind of hang it up and have another kid? Or do you think that we should keep doing this for a few more years and kind of see how far we can take things? And I said, you know what, let's push at the edges. Let's see how far we can take this. So it is primarily a financial thing, but also I can say that when we shot the scene with this other guy the other day, I had a great time. It was fun overall.
Like your time was enhanced because he was there. Because me personally, I like my meat to be the only one on the sandwich.
Right. No, it was exciting. It was exhilarating for sure.
Like what kind of hot dog? It's just like one hot dog on the buns. You're be like, you got all these Vienna sausages coming out the woodwork. So you find that it's enhanced by that? Because I find like
I thought it was fun. Yeah.
Okay.
In a different way than, you know, sleeping with other girls. We've done that hundreds of times together.
Right.
So this was something that switched it up a little bit. Yeah.
Do you think with all of these unusual sexual experiences that it might lead you down a path to where you have to go to extreme things to get off?
No, I've been jerking off to the exact same type of content my entire life. So the idea that guys who watch porn have to sort of slowly get into more and more extreme
I'm not talking
content.
about watching it. You're in it.
Right, yeah, but I mean, I've been doing porn on camera with her,
Yeah.
and this is the only thing that we've done that took it to another level. You know, if we did 7 years straight of just having sex with other girls on camera, this is the only thing that we've done that kind of opened it up a little bit, to the tune of us becoming like probably one of the most viral couples in America in the past year. So in terms of where we could take it, I mean, I'm not doing any gay shit, and so that's probably like the primary thing. We've had obviously people asking us if we would ever shoot with a trans person. I'm not interested in that either. So I can't really think of where we would take it.
Okay, without belaboring it, I'm gonna let you carry on.
Sure.
Just one last piece. You know, sometimes we aren't really, seeing ourselves in as much as you said she brought the conversation to you. You said that you didn't feel comfortable initially with the Jason Love being involved in.
Well,
and you
I agreed
adjusted-
to the Jason
one
Love
sec.
thing. It was just once it actually took place, I had a tiny amount of buyer's remorse that I quickly replaced with realizing like, oh, this is not a big deal. Nothing changed in our relationship after she shot with another guy. So that was pretty abated quickly.
Right, so it's like called the inversion of morals, which is to say that truth be told, in your heart of hearts, you're not comfortable with it. You want to retain your
I've had
spouse.
moments of
One second, I didn't interrupt you.
with it,
I didn't interrupt you at all because I do want to hear you out.
You're kind of pushing like a fake narrative by saying that I'm uncomfortable with
But
it.
I never
because
interrupted
I
you.
Very comfortable
I
with
never
it.
interrupted you because I want to hear
I
you
just
out.
wanted to save you a little bit of breath by correcting you before.
Yeah,
you
I'm
got
not trying to
into
get you
it.
angry. I sincerely am
I'm
interested
not
in
angry.
what you have to say, but I didn't interrupt you one time. So the reason I ask is because, as I said, you started off, you said that you felt uncomfortable when it happened. She brought up the conversation. You're not bisexual. So sometimes when things happen and you want to keep your lady, you make the adjustment compromising, but in your heart of heart, that's not really what you wanted. So you're being open, and then you had this idea planted, and then you start adopting it, thinking like, okay, well, I'm okay with it. Maybe it's something that I signed off on too. So you assign it mutuality when in actual fact, the inception of that idea came from her and you've adjusted to it.
I wouldn't say the inception of the idea came entirely from her. This is a conversation we've been having throughout the entirety of our relationship as we met more and more male performers that I was comfortable with, and sort of slowly over time realized that this was something that we both felt comfortable with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so when you say that you were comfortable with, right, and it came over time, whereas with the females, it just came straight away, almost like a natural thing, you might say.
Right.
So why in terms of when the guy comes along, there has to be a process, because it's a process of adjusting to something that's unpleasant?
Why was there a process that it took some adoption? What are you asking?
Yeah, it seems as though different than the females came naturally, and it seemed to not be an
Grid
issue.
One
Hold on just a
Motorsports
sec.
donated $200. I guess it is fair that you get to bang other girls, so logically she should get outside D. Still, gotta be tough to see another dude rail your woman. Also paging Butler, these folks need your wisdom.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this
Thank you,
dude
Grid One.
gets it, that of course it's going to be a little awkward for you to go through the transition of seeing your girl do that for the first time. But ultimately, she told me, even up until the moment that she was leaving the house to go shoot it, she's like, I won't do this if you don't feel comfortable with it. Mm-hmm. And I told her, even though there is a degree to which I don't feel comfortable with it, I'm still willing to give this a shot because I realize the underlying value. And I mean, to be honest, we've both made 7 figures off of that one scene in and of itself.
And I believe that. I don't doubt the financial aspect at all. But like, for example, I know maybe people watching might not be able to relate to this, but say once you cross $2 million, right? Have you found that there are a significant number of things you can do with money that you can't do when you have 2 million versus say 15 million?
I'm not really doing anything with any of the money I make. I don't have any sort of like fancy habits or hobbies or anything like that. And she's the same way as me. I mean, we're into buying property and starting businesses and stuff like that, but it's not really about the money and what we can do with it because we don't really do anything with it.
Right. So when you say there was an underlying value, what is the underlying value of your wife getting railed by a big black guy?
Probably just money primarily, but then also I think
you guys, all right. Wait, go ahead. Let one of them talk.
sexual
I think that's a
can be
checkmate.
exciting,
That's a checkmate right there. That's a checkmate. Let one of them explain why that didn't make sense. Go ahead, Love. That was a checkmate. Go ahead.
That what? About
Wait,
you
I don't
getting
think
railed by
anyone
big
saw
black
that.
guy?
Go ahead,
What do you mean?
Tice, go ahead.
I don't know who
Wait.
his wife fucked. Was it?
Wait, okay,
was it
should
big
we
black
pull
guy?
up-
Yeah, but
Here,
it's
we'll
I'm
pull
so
up-
confused.
Yeah, we wanna do it.
It's one of those
Here,
black.
Nick, the last
you know what
clip,
I'm saying, okay.
the last clip from Lena's Instagram, it's pulled up.
The clip. Jeez.
Audio.
Hey guys, guess what I'm shooting with today?
She's so pretty.
Thanks.
It's finally happening. Wow.
Shout out to my guy Jason over there. See the way they're laughing and just kind of having a good time. I feel like that's kind of like a
Sir.
peek behind the curtain for a lot of non-porn stars to realize that, you know, shooting this kind of content, it's not some seedy environment, you know. She had a good time on set. I'm sure he had a good time. I, you know, grew accustomed to it rather quickly. So.
Did you have one final point or anything for Andrew? I do want to
No,
try to get
there was a point in which, like, the argumentative piece I was getting to kind of reached a culmination. I thought they got it, but they didn't understand it. Do you want to summarize that? Do you recall?
Yeah, so basically you said the reason, the value is the financial value, is the financials you get from the videos, but then you also say that you don't do anything with the money, that it doesn't really matter to you, so you guys don't live a luxurious lifestyle, that the money is just kind of sitting there. So how is that a financial value if you don't even use it?
Well, her and I are building a business, and also, you know, we have plans of not working forever. So for me, it's like, you know, I would like to leave the game with, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 million dollars. And so us doing that was probably the greatest windfall of money that we ever got from doing anything. And it was relatively painless for us.
One quick question. Are you concerned about your child? I believe it's she's a daughter, right? I have a daughter. I just gave birth a couple months ago. Do you ever worry that one day she'll see this content and maybe would you want her to be doing content like this? Is this something that would make you proud as a father to a young daughter?
I think every parent wants to see their offspring do better than them. So for sure, I wouldn't like to see her, you know, just sort of default to that just because she knows that her parents did it. But as far as if one day she's an adult and she decides that she wants to do whatever, I know a lot of girls who make a shitload of money on OnlyFans and don't even show their nipples. So I can't just look at OnlyFans as a profession and say like, oh, that would be a hideous way for my offspring to earn a living one day, but I certainly wouldn't be encouraging it.
Yeah,
by
you
all
wouldn't
means.
say it's beautiful.
Well, I don't.
beautiful way to earn money?
Obviously, no. I would not call it beautiful, though.
So wouldn't you want better for your own wife?
My wife has she loves her career. She loves the business that we're building. She's happy with it. You know, she was earning whatever, like $30,000 a year at the time that I met her. And in her first week on OnlyFans, she made $30,000. So, you know, the extent to which this has changed our life dramatically has been pretty extreme.
Yeah, I mean, she is selling her body online to random men. And I don't know.
Images of her body, yeah.
I mean, yeah, images of
Well,
her
when
body.
Jason Love shows up, the body itself is going.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
they had a good time
The
on
body
set that
is
day,
going.
that's for sure,
Yeah.
Well, let's not dig
right.
in too deep on Adam here.
Pause.
Okay, so going to you. Wait, why did you feel? Hold on. Okay.
Butler donated
Oh my God, he's
$200.
been summoned.
All adult stars on a
Is it
long
about
enough
herpes?
timeline will get genital herpes
okay.
as condoms do
Damn.
not protect from it. Do you think you're any different, Adam? No, you're not different, you're filthy.
Oh wow!
Oh my.
Hashtag filthy.
This guy, every show, he's a urologist.
Well, the last one shouted him out. Yeah, but I mean, I get tested for STDs every 2 weeks, just like almost everybody in the porn business. And I've had sex with something like 700 women, and most of those have been unprotected. And
What the-
no herpes yet. So, I don't know.
But they don't test for it, right?
That is a good point, Brian. I didn't know you were going to know that. But yeah,
Got it.
they don't test for it. You find out when you get a big fucking sore on your penis.
Okay, what happens if someone does have herpes that you guys want to have
you
sex with?
get
Do you
it.
guys just wait until they don't have a sore? Like, how does that? And because most people do have herpes, like, right? I mean, what's the percentage of like how many people have herpes?
Well,
But it's
there's HSV1, HSV2. And
Yeah, but it's not
Honestly,
just
I've never
herpes?
had to deal with that.
Yeah.
So I honestly don't even know what the procedure is for girls who do have herpes. Like if they're having an outbreak, do they just postpone the scene until they're not having one? I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Adam, you should be like you're such a funny dude. Like you should be a stand-up comedian. You don't
People
think
always
so?
say that. I just can't.
You're a funny guy,
imagine, bro.
Funny guy. Okay. Oh, we got another one. You can go years without an outbreak and still be spreading it. Only a Western blot test can detect it. And no, P-Star wants to do that test. 60 bodies equals 12 infected partners.
Read it. You read that.
I have been
read
tested
that.
for herpes
Adam,
before, for the record.
Don't shoot the messenger. You're filthy.
I actually get tested for STDs
change
dramatically
your
more
filthy
than
animal.
the vast majority of people. So I would
Keep
say
the change, you
most
filthy
porn stars are in
animal.
that category.
Okay.
I mean, the average girl probably gets tested for STDs, what, like maybe every year or two?
Never.
I would say? Or never, or when they get one. You know?
The way a lot of people get tested is if their partner gets something,
Right.
then
Talk about it.
that's their way of getting tested.
Mm-hmm.
And is that your longest? How long have you been seeing your husband?
Well, we only dated for 3 months
Oh,
before
okay.
we got married. I did have a previous relationship for like 3 to 4 years.
Okay, so that was your longest.
was my
but not
longest, yes.
okay. Got it. Marquette, what about you?
Marquette.
Oh,
but
sorry.
Get it right.
My bad.
Get it right.
You have a high level of whiteness, so I'm not going to hold this against you.
Okay, I'm very.
Like you surf, right?
I do serve.
Exactly,
There's a
exactly,
Yes.
exactly.
When,
So,
remember
don't worry.
when you came to like dap me up? I totally butchered
That was
it.
awkward as hell. I figured like
I'm too white, bro.
you're
You
in
gotta give me
show
a
business,
handshake.
You've met some of the blacks, but apparently not.
I'm too white. I
Yeah,
only do
it's all
handshakes.
good.
What's your way of dapping up?
the way every
did
black
this.
guy does it.
No. He did like this thing, and I instantly my
Don't
like
look so awkward with
anxiety
it,
just
though.
like
It
went
was crazy. It was crazy. No,
I was like, "Fuck, how do I do this?"
yeah, it was special. Yeah, like you hang around a lot of the blacks, right? So you know what we do.
His wife does.
Yeah.
Well played.
Yeah. You're cool with me. You're cool with me. Jesus Christ.
お前はもう死んでいる。何？
What the hell was that?
All right.
Never mind.
All right, so one thing I'm curious about, though, I don't know if you're curious, is like if you do OnlyFans, like why do you also have to be a scuba diver, right? It's like why can't you just do OnlyFans? And what are you making that? You do OnlyFans, you're also like a fucking scuba diver.
Or is it underwater photography?
I worked as a shark feeder for a lot of years, and then I switched to underwater portraits. But
Yeah.
I started OnlyFans basically just because it was fun, and
Yeah.
then secondly so that I could buy nicer camera equipment.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. Strangely, though, I do get a vibe from you. Is like if you were you were putting in an application, like if you had to apply to OnlyFans with like a resume, a job resume, right? Would you say that the throat game is one of your strengths? Because I sense that from you.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is one of
crazy.
my
Okay,
strengths.
that's amazing. Okay. Just
you detected it?
no, it's
Like you
something.
just-
Yeah. It's a sense. A lot of you know. But Little House on the Prairie, though, I'm just curious. How have you never had a man?
She's 20, so.
I'm 20, and I
Not a
was
lot of
traveling
time.
around a lot. I had personal issues, family related, and a lot of health issues. And I realized that, I've also had a lot of very strong values. So I had a lot of opportunities, but I could just see early on that if it wasn't going to work, I only wanted to date for a long-term relationship. If it wasn't going to work, it
For
was
marriage or for a long-term
Yes.
relationship?
Yeah, for marriage. And
Okay.
if it wasn't going to work, I could see that early on. I thought I'm not going to waste my time or their time. And I also just had a lot of health conditions and family things. And I just thought,
Are you religious?
I would say I'm Christian, but I'm not extremely
Okay.
religious. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
You trying to set her up with Chase?
Who knows? Maybe. Who knows? Wait. So, and you do So you do ballet. Also, I don't know if you mentioned this. You're also like really big in the carnivore.
Yeah.
Like you only eat meat, correct?
Yeah.
Like meat, salt, water.
Well, animal products, but meat, salt, water, and that's
Okay.
essentially it. And some coffee, but yeah.
How long have you been doing carnivore?
2 years in January.
I need to get on that.
Yes. Yeah.
Need to get on
I
that.
can help you with that.
Okay. Oh, why don't I call you instead of, because I'm going to probably butcher it again, Saint?
Saint? Cool.
Saint, is that good?
Fantastic.
Okay. So your relationship status?
I usually don't discuss it.
Oh.
Can I skip it?
Give us a hint.
Yeah.
Give us a hint.
I'm doing what Adam would do if he was a boss, which is to say,
Adam is a boss, for the record.
which is to say that my lady's 100% monogamous and only wants to be monogamous, and then I do what I want to do.
I see. So do you have would you say you have a main piece, a main chick, and side hoes, side chicks?
No, because every woman I deal with is conservative, so every woman I would deal with, it would be for the potential of having in a long-term relationship. So I try not to
Okay.
deal with dirt bags.
So you like multiple? Do you want multiple wives?
I wouldn't ever get married legally, and obviously polygyny is illegal in the United States.
Right.
But, we keeping things open, see if we can, make a contribution out here.
So you have multiple concurrent, long-term, one-directional monogamous relationships?
With conservative women, correct.
I see. Okay. All right. What's the pitch? Because I feel like how do you pitch it to the chicks? Because I'm sure a lot of guys would love that, where their girls are monogamous to them. They don't sleep with other guys, but they can have multiple
Are you sure
women?
a lot of guys wouldn't want to be like Adam and, have their woman in them streets?
I mean, she's not really in the streets. She just shoots porn with other
teasing.
guys from time to time. I feel like a lot of people like to extrapolate from our actual monogamous relationship and take the porn element and act as if that's what we're doing on a consistent basis, when in reality, her and I are faithful to each other.
Number one, I don't want to hurt your feelings. I am just teasing you. So
That's not a possibility.
I just want to throw that out there. But I think it's strange if you put terminology on something and you're using what's called euphemistic circumlocution. You're trying
Smaller
to make
words.
No.
I don't know how effective that's going to be.
I got you. What's a euphemism? What's a euphemism?
Smaller words.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
Okay, goddamn.
No,
Okay,
I
all
mean,
right.
smaller words.
I got you.
You're
I got
talking to
you.
women.
Right.
Euphemism is a nice way of saying something.
Right.
Right.
And
That sounds
circumlocution.
Wait, what did you
Anyways,
say?
look.
I said that there's a lot of women on this panel, so
I
we
got
need
you.
smaller
Yeah,
words.
let me
We're
break this
simple-minded
down.
creatures.
Oh, we got a pearl on our hands over here.
So here's the thing. You know damn well you're not monogamous.
We are off camera.
Right. So it's like going into the metaverse is not necessary. There's no life on camera and life off camera. It's either you're monogamous or you're not monogamous.
If you got a movie role and you kissed a girl in the movie role, would you still be monogamous in your relationship? I mean, I realize that the sex thing is more of a real physical act, right?
Did you
Honestly,
compare
I
a
would say
movie
no.
kiss? You compared a movie kiss to your girl getting smacked
Well,
down?
it literally
by
is.
It's still
They're
an
making a
intimate
piece of
act.
content. They're making a film.
I actually agree with him. I would say that's not being monogamous.
I feel like you're
too.
intentionally misunderstanding what I'm saying.
No, not at all.
I mean, it's pretty obvious that there is a difference between doing things off camera.
Let me
and
ask you a
on-camera,
question.
right?
If you think I'm intentionally misunderstanding, you think if we took a poll right now and we said, would you consider Adam's relationship monogamous? Would people vote yes, it's monogamous, or no, it's not monogamous?
Obviously, it
Where would
comes
the
with a
majority
very
be?
big caveat that says,
Why must there be a
on
caveat?
camera, the rules are slightly
But that's the whole point. There's no caveat. You're creating a
no,
false
there is a caveat.
frame.
I just named the caveat.
You're creating
I think
a
everybody
false
here actually
frame.
understands it, right?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I
no,
think
that's not true.
You see all the girls nodding their head?
No, that's because you have 3 conservative individuals here, and then you have everyone else here is in sex
Even
work.
She just said she understands
Dude,
what I'm
I
saying.
would
right?
say she's not in sex work. She's.
I
Yeah,
would
but why
say
they put her
Yeah.
between? This is confusing, right?
Oh yeah.
Because she's pretty, and I need her next to me.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
if
what's
it
your
was to
job?
be like conservative and then OnlyFans
on a
girls,
scale.
Oh,
they
hold
would
on.
switch. But
That is true.
Hold on
That is
just
true.
one sec, guys.
Mr. Adam 666, do not insult our intelligence. Your wife is a sex worker. There is no monogamy. You are the one pretending.
Settled.
I'm a sex worker as well.
Settled. Correct.
Yeah.
And you both
Adam
have
666.
herpes.
What the? I thought it's 22.
It's Adam 16.
Oh, that's
What
funny.
the?
No, because isn't
Cuck
6
22.
That was like a
the double number?
Yeah, there was like
Yeah,
a play
yeah,
on.
Yeah.
Let's try to keep things a little pleasant.
LLLLL donated $200. My sprinkler goes like this.
Oh my god, bro. Okay.
They pay money to do this?
Can people type bad words in there, like the N-word?
Comes
What
back
would
like
happen?
this.
Bro, why you gotta fucking? Oh my god.
She's seeding it. She's seeding it.
Don't
Love it.
seed
Oh,
that
never mind.
shit.
Don't
Oh
listen
my
to
God.
women. Don't.
I like how that was her favorite go-to. She's like the N-word, for example.
Well, I'm just wondering.
You guys were having a little back and forth, I guess, on.
Well, we both know we're not going to agree on that, but I think it's very disingenuous to call it monogamy when it's not monogamy.
Well,
and the
it's
only
monogamy
reason
off camera.
that's like me saying that, inside of this room,
You don't
fill in
really
the
need to
blank
say
is
it's
a condition.
like anything. It
Fill
just
in the
is a
blank.
statement of fact, right?
No, it's not, because you're creating a false condition, as though life is different when you turn on a camera and turn off a camera.
I think when I say
So if you're a
monogamy,
weird-
monogamy on or off camera, I think everyone understands.
This is really
right?
important. No, I like where we're at right now. What we're experiencing is that you know what you're doing is wrong, so you have this duality in your mind and in your psyche to make you feel like because you turned on the camera and because you're getting paid, now it's okay. When in actual fact, I'll tell you how we know it's wrong. Would you feel comfortable if your father was watching your OnlyFans and subscribing to it?
Probably not, no.
You would not feel comfortable, and I'll tell you why. That's because in your heart of hearts, in your soul, if you still got one, you know it's wrong. And I'll give you an example. That's your work. In my work, if my mother consumed my work, I'd be thankful and pleased that she took an interest in my work and supported my work. If she bought my products, I'd be thankful. If your mother or father bought your products, you'd be disgusted and ashamed because you know what you're doing is wrong and the product of what you're doing is bad.
First of all, I don't do porn on OnlyFans, so like, don't throw me in that.
Okay.
But I feel like it's like, would I want my dad to watch me having sex with someone else, recorded or not? Like, you do things like, you don't want your parents to see everything that you're doing.
Did you understand my point?
To him, like, it's a bad thing. Like, how do you know that they're ashamed
Real
of it?
quick, did you understand my point?
What?
Did you comprehend my point?
I understand your point,
Okay,
but
very good,
I do agree with him. I think off camera, they are monogamous. Like, it's acting. It's like kissing someone in a movie. Like,
okay, let me give you. Let me ask you a question.
I don't do porn on OnlyFans.
Let me ask you a question.
But I still agree. I do think they are in a monogamous relationship.
You don't do porn on OnlyFans. I don't. What do you do?
I do like sexy photos. Yeah.
Just sexy photos, nude photos.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, here we got a jokester. Okay,
you got to subscribe. I mean, I don't know. You got to see for yourself. Yeah.
I would never.
So, going back though, how do you pitch it to a girl? Like, I'm gonna fuck other women.
A butler donated $200. Hey, Mr. Herpsalot. You did a standard herpes test which shows nothing. You do a Western blot test, it will likely come back positive and you will have to disclose to all future partners. Hashtag filthy.
Oh my
Jay Butler got paid today.
You spent a lot more time thinking about this than I
did. Oh, man. One of these days, Adam, I'll have you on the podcast where not everyone's trying to dogpile you.
No, he's bulletproof. He's bulletproof. He's bulletproof. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, so what is the pitch? What's the pitch? Because I'm sure there's men out there that, you know, would like to have the kind of arrangement you have.
Oh, I'm good. I can fight back. I'm okay.
Right. Okay.
So how do you what's the pitch to the woman?
Okay.
How do you because most women are going to be like, no, I don't want you.
Right.
With other
or
chicks.
They're going to try to force some level of, gender feminist, we're equal, we're the same. So if you do it, I do it.
Okay.
All right. So Adam, you ready for this? Get your pen and paper.
Let's go.
You ready for this? All right, cool. So the number one foundational piece is selecting the correct woman. I'll give you an example. We're just gonna go. Just give me a little bit of time here. Have you ever cheated before?
No, never.
Never. Have you ever cheated before?
No.
Would they admit it though?
Have you? Why? Have you ever cheated before?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever cheated before? You're lying. Have you ever cheated before?
That's fucked up.
No, I'll tell you why. No, I will tell you why. I'm not picking on her. I'm gonna tell you why.
Straighten your mic, please.
I will tell you why. I can read characters very well.
Gotcha.
There was a gentleman here named Nick. He was explaining to everyone how the show is going to proceed and giving us the basics on, how to pay attention, how to track the speaker, how to be respectful, in other words. There was one person who was not paying attention while he was talking. Who was that?
That was me.
That was you.
Yeah.
So out of everyone sitting here, why are you the one that's sitting here being disrespectful when he's taking out his time to show you how to best present yourself in front of millions of people?
Because I was turning off my alarm. Yeah, and I didn't want to forget to do it later.
Sure, I hear you. Because you're a disrespectful person. And you were rude and catty with him after he told you. As a boss, I always look at these things because I
was rude and catty with him because I put my phone away?
No.
I don't think I said anything disrespectful. I mean, I
agree with you.
From.
I agree that you think you didn't say anything disrespectful. I agree that you think you weren't being disrespectful because that's your actual nature. So a person like you who is by nature one who is narcissistic and disregards others, you're the one that's going to cheat.
Because I was on my phone when I didn't.
Why were you the only one? Out of I got two phones right here. I got two phones. Why were you the only one?
Do you follow every single fucking rule? Have you ever had a speeding ticket?
Like, have you ever gotten in trouble? Why are you so angry?
Like in class?
You're just angry right now.
I think you're just as expressive as I am.
You're
and I
angry.
think when a woman like kind of like barks back at you, it's an issue.
Well, there's no need to bark. We're humans. But you've been like, you know, kind of. I'm just calling a spade a spade. I'm just saying,
okay.
Why were you? I'm asking you a question. Why were you the only one out of everyone here? Why was it you that all of a sudden needed to do that right when he's giving us the directions?
Just because I had to do it.
Right, because you didn't care. Now, settle.
I don't know how being on my phone correlates to cheating. That's fucking ridiculous. Like, Be fucking for real right now.
A lot of things will be hard for you to comprehend. That's why you're in sex work, because you can't offer value in the marketplace.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, if you had legitimate...
I think I have a lot more to offer than just being on OnlyFans.
If you had
like that I started 2 months ago, like there's a lot more things I have to offer than
If
that.
you had
Love.
significant IQ and skill set, you'd be able to go into the marketplace and earn a good income such that you didn't have to do that.
Significant IQ, like the women that you're with that let you cheat on them and and bring whatever diseases back to them, right? Like those are like high value women, right?
I hear you. Right. Yeah. So being that you don't have significant income or the ability to offer skills,
I don't have a significant income. Okay, gotcha.
Why do you keep cutting me off? All right, go ahead. You talk, and then I'll respond. Go ahead. You talk. I'll go after.
Can you at least scoot your mic that way? There you go.
She wasn't listening to the directions. That's why she didn't know.
I'm a bad listener.
Just
I'm a bad listener, and I'm a cheater.
Okay. All right. Do you want to talk now? I just want to make sure you don't interrupt me. So go ahead. No, I'm offering you the floor because you were talking while I was talking. Go ahead.
I'm good. You can say what you need to say.
Wow. See, your brain dead. That's a problem. That's why you have to interrupt me while I'm talking. I gave you the floor. You didn't want to take it because you don't have any thoughts or anything to say.
I do have lots of things to say.
And don't worry, I'm not really talking to you. I'm speaking against you as a symbol. So don't take personal offense to it.
Which is what? A symbol of what?
A symbol of a declining society where people lack values. So the point is this. If you had IQ and skills to offer to the marketplace, you can earn a good income. Being that the most valuable thing about you is something that you never earned. You didn't earn knowledge, you didn't earn skills. It's your breast that you're paid for and your butthole. So you market that to earn money.
Okay. So I'm the one with like the least IQ here, even though I do
no.
I do like the least amount on OnlyFans,
but
because I'm the only woman who's barking back at you like I'm this brain dead fucking bimbo who has nothing to offer to society.
Not why.
I mean, then what?
Let's test it. Let's test it real quick. Okay, what's your age?
I'm 28, but I'm not testing. I'm not doing a test.
You're 28.
I'm getting up there. You're right.
Amazing.
My eggs are drying up.
Okay.
I'm not going to be fertile. No one's going to want me. I'm not a high value woman. Like,
that's
what
fine.
else?
We're not going there. Here's where we're going. If you weren't doing OnlyFans, how would you earn a 6-figure plus income?
I do
Wait, speak English. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Nisa.
I work at one of the I work at one of the best clubs in Las Vegas.
You seem like you're having trouble with English for a second. Tell us.
I'm perfectly fine with my English.
Go on.
I'm a little riled up. Yes.
I said that like 5 minutes ago and you denied it.
I'm a little thrown off by you attacking me because I think a lot of these other girls...
That's because people never address you.
And I respect
people never address you directly.
I think you're just attacking me because I'm responding to you and you don't like that. And you don't like women who go against what you have to say.
That's fine.
And that's why you choose the women that you do.
Do you mind answering the question I asked you?
What is the question?
Okay, I'll say it one more time. What skills do you have that would help you earn a 6-figure plus income at age 28?
You're right, nothing. There's no skills that I have at all.
You're trying to escape.
There's nothing.
But I'm saying
there's no skills. No, you're right.
Because you're a cocktail server in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Right?
And there's nothing else that I have to offer.
And she's trying to play it off right now. And that's a strategy. Very nice.
What's the strategy? Tell us.
Please, but the fact is, I live in Las Vegas. I've seen your type many times. Generally, they're younger.
Gotcha.
But the point is this.
Old, I know, man.
No, really. Honestly, they should be firing you.
Someone marries me.
Yeah, no, they should be. I don't know about that, but they should certainly be firing you and get someone of the appropriate age to do such a low-level job.
Oh, yeah.
But the point is this. Why are you opening your mouth wide like that? It's not time. Bring the camera out. She's ready.
I think she can be shocked. She can do whatever she wants. She's fine.
But here's the point.
Fine.
Here's the point. You're currently a cocktail server, which consists of, hey, I'll have a Jack and Coke. Okay. And then you walk away, tell someone else Jack and Coke. They hand you a Jack and Coke. You come back and bring it back to me and hope that I would give you a good tip. That's your skill set.
And what about it?
It's a hard work.
And what about it? It's a hard work. And what about it?
Yeah, there is no skill set is the point, which is to say if I took your brain and placed your brain into a man's body, you would be in poverty.
You caught me.
Because you're brainless. Carrying on.
You're right, yeah. I'm just good for nothing. Yep, you caught me.
No, you are good for something. That's why you have OnlyFans. And that's my point, is that's what you're good for. And I'm not trying to be rude, but it's just that
I think you are trying to be rude.
No, I'm just being honest.
No, I mean being honest. Do you even know who I am as a person? I mean, before like throwing these insults that I'm just this brain dead fucking woman who has nothing to offer.
I think we should avoid ad hominem.
But is it ad hominem when you actually? There were some, but
brainless might be a little.
Do you even know me? Like you don't even, and you're only calling me brainless because I'm the only one responding to you.
Do you think
You know
that
what
it
I
would
think
So do you
has
think-
him
so
a
do you
little
think
bit
the-
upset?
Why?
Just so you know,
Mm-hmm.
every girl sitting on this side of the table earns more money than him.
Yeah.
Stop.
He's an imposter. He's been outed in the past.
he's mad about it,
He
and
basically
he's mad.
LARPs as a
Honestly,
rich guy on the internet.
If I was
And I just,
absolutely
on
poor, it
behalf
would mean
of
nothing.
all the girls,
It would mean nothing.
I think we all are in kind of an
That's
agreement that
amazing.
we don't really want to sit here and listen to someone who's basically a scam artist tell us what's wrong with our
Yeah,
lives.
what,
This
what,
is
what do you do?
amazing.
What do you do
So
for
I'm
work?
This is amazing.
How do you make
on the
money?
edge of
What do you
walking
do
out,
for work?
Brian. I'm gonna be totally
What do
real.
you do for work?
And I don't want, I'm not walking out on like a
What do you do
I'm
for
in
work?
utter
poverty.
I just don't
No, what
really
do you
want
do
to
for
listen to a
work?
scam artist
You
tell me
can,
what's so
What do you
wrong
do
with
for
our
work?
Google my
lifestyles,
name.
right?
You can Google
I don't
my
fucking
name
know who
right
you
now.
are.
You can
Let's-
Google my name.
If you
right
Google
now.
his
Does anyone
name,
know this guy's name?
you'll
And
be
I heard-
exhilarated.
I hurt your feelings earlier, and
You didn't hurt my
I
feelings
did
at
hurt
all.
your
It's just you're
feelings
trying
earlier.
to
And
do
the
this whole
chat
moral
is hurting your
superiority
feelings.
thing, and it's not
The
working
whole
because
chat is
you're
hurting
broke.
your feelings. The
You're
whole chat is-
actually broke.
Here's the funny.
You got a milk dud on top of your head.
Here's the funny
Guys,
thing.
I'm just being real with you.
If I was actually broke, it literally would mean nothing to me.
Then what's up? Then prove
Why
it.
did you
If
do
I
an
still
NFT
had a
scam
Let's
on your
see.
fans for
Look,
like
if I still
$400?
Silliness.
Checkmate.
Silliness.
This guy's a scammer. So,
guys,
Silliness.
Is that a job as
I
an actual
think
scammer?
I'm gonna
Adam,
leave,
Adam,
and if any
Adam,
girls want to leave
wait,
with me,
Adam,
I'd be happy to take you with me.
Hold on.
He's rage quitting. He's
wait.
rage quitting.
It's not a rage
stop,
quit.
stop,
It's just
stop.
you're not on the level
He's
of
rage
me
quitting.
or
Adam, in the
any
line,
of
in the
these
line.
girls.
No,
here.
I agree
Rage
with.
quitting.
Guys, hold on. Let's just take a little
I
pause
didn't mean to
here.
make him
I
rage
think
quit.
I'm done,
No,
Brian.
Adam.
I don't want to listen to this guy anymore, and
Just-
I feel like I might do something extreme if I were to stick around.
on.
When I first walked in, I
I
said,
might
"Do you
have
want
to
the
polish
fade?"
that milk dud.
When I first walked,
guys,
when I
guys,
saw you
appreciate you
downstairs,
guys.
I said, "Do you want the fade?" And you said no.
Wow.
Okay.
See what you
When I
fucking
first
did?
walked in, I said, "Do you want
Thanks
the
a
fade?"
lot.
You said no. We could have took care of that before the show started.
Do you guys have like some pre-existing beef or something?
Listen,
Okay, can we switch Adam?
when
what if
I
we
came
kick
in,
this
when
guy
I
out
came in
instead?
downstairs, the first thing I said when I saw him, I said, "Do you need that fade?" And he said, "No, it's just content."
Oh, I didn't know you guys had like.
Yeah, as soon as I walked up, I said, "Do you need that fade?" And he said, "No, it's
Can
just
we grab
content."
this guy?
Oh, but I mean, like, did you guys have like a previous?
Yeah,
wait,
because
what's
I went
that?
on No Jumper. He waited until I left the state of California, and then he started talking crazy. And I said, if you had an issue with Marquette Devon Burton, you could have said that to me when I was right there in your studio. Like, you don't have to wait until I
did
leave.
you do an episode with him? I don't listen.
I was like, you don't have to wait
I
until
don't-
I leave.
I don't know.
And then he DM'd me on Instagram, like, hey, bro, we got to, like, do a show when you come back. It's like,
Wait,
you're phony.
are you leaving? or-
Can you grab him? Like,
The super villain.
Like Adam22, like the whole
The
fucking,
super
like,
villain.
premise of the show. What?
Wow.
I'm a super villain? What? Nobody wants
No,
to
I'm the
listen to
super
show.
villain.
Yeah,
Wow.
because you're a fucking dick and you're an idiot.
She is angry. She wants her clout. She has, like, a tear in her eye.
Go talk to Adam.
She has a tear in her eye. That's wild.
I don't have a fucking
Here.
I believe in you to get him back. Let's
Yes, bring Adam
everybody.
back.
Let's
Get
like
Adam back.
let's
I feel like we
show
all
her
I
have
think
the
Brian-
same thoughts.
Yes,
go
let's-
through.
Brian
let's
did not
like,
know.
look.
You set this up for the record. When Brian invited me, you said it would be Marquette 7 Chicks Dating Podcast. Then
Yeah.
today, when I was leaving my hotel, someone texted and said Adam22 will be there. Me, I'm very straightforward. I'm the same person.
Sure.
Online and offline.
Sure.
And he was talking reckless. That's why when I first saw him, I didn't be phony. I walked straight up to him. I said, "Do you want that fade?" He declined the fade. Cool. Let's do the content. But he was not supposed to be here. You guys didn't tell me he was here until I had already spent a tremendous amount of money, got out here,
Okay.
and I was on my way.
I did not. I had no.
So it's like a
idea.
setup.
No. I had no idea that. I don't watch his podcast on frequently. I didn't know that you guys had any issues whatsoever.
I don't
I'm
have
not
an
privy.
issue. I don't have an issue because for me, it's
Okay.
like when I saw you outside and I said, "Do you want that fade?" and you declined the fade.
You mean Adam?
Adam, right?
Yes.
Yeah. He declines the fade. Then there's no issue. It's just like, let's handle the business.
Yeah, I didn't know
And
that there
it seems
was-
like he got emotional. I don't know why he's so angry.
Okay.
Because he said there was no problem. He said it's content. Why not do the content?
Okay.
Yeah. He has his feelings hurt. I think it's just like he feels ashamed about what he's doing. It hurt his feelings. Like he makes up something about me. I didn't get like all emotional. Like, oh my God, you like. It doesn't bother me. 'Cause it's like
but,
silliness.
But being fully upfront, I had no idea that I guess he made a
I don't
Had you guys
believe. I
worked?
don't believe that, but I'm not bothered by it. I still showed up.
No,
right.
I'm
Yeah.
being totally honest.
And everyone
like, I
else
don't
drove
know.
here. I flew here, right?
Sure.
I flew
So-
here too, but
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
gotta include me.
I mean,
Be
regardless if
inaccurate.
you flew here or drove here, like
No, there's
it
a-
was still like literally
No,
a
I'm-
7-hour drive.
No, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong. The reason I said that is because the difference between a man flying here and driving here is what you can bring with you.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
Right.
can bring more stuff. Right, I get it.
Right.
So
So I flew here, and you can't even fly. There's not a private opportunity to fly into Santa Barbara that I could find. I'd have to ask you about that.
no, you can fly like Southwest. It's fine.
No,
That's
there's
what I'm saying.
Santa
Like I
Barbara
had to
Airport.
fly commercial here.
Yeah, that's fine.
So there's a difference between what you can bring and what you can't bring. So I walked into a situation knowing I'm dealing with someone that I have a beef with, right? Where he drove here and I flew here. You catching on? No,
yeah,
it's fine.
no,
It's
not
fine.
really,
I'm sure
because
the
I mean,
audience-
regardless, we all
It's all
took
good.
time to be here. So
I mean, I can reiterate though, I was not aware. You guys seemed totally cool at the beginning of the. I didn't know.
I was totally
Have
cool.
you been on this show before?
I went on No Jumper.
I didn't
and-
know. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know that there was a beef between.
Honestly,
you guys.
once I ask you, do you want the fade, and you say no, to me, there's no beef. He said it's just let's just do the content. I said fantastic, let's just do the content. I didn't expect him to get emotional.
I mean, maybe he didn't want beef like right before the show because it could drag out.
No, because if it's beef, then it's beef, right? So like the
Okay,
thing
that's
is,
fair, yeah.
you understand what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah.
If it's beef, then like let's get it in. Because like if he's saying what's true about his net worth, he
Okay,
doesn't
but let's
need
say
the
you
money.
guys did fight, then it'd be like weird, you guys sitting across the table from each
No,
other
it wouldn't. After that, it wouldn't. One of us.
I mean, I'm
probably
not a
both
fighter
of
girl,
us.
so maybe I'm just
probably
different
both
with
of us
that.
wouldn't be here, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Like he'd be in the hospital and I'd be on my way elsewhere. You know.
Okay.
So yeah.
does he have like at least a foot on you?
What do you mean?
Like he's taller. He's like.
Have you seen
What?
him?
Yes.
Have
guys
you
aren't
seen
the same
him?
size.
Oh my God.
I don't know, man.
We were all standing in a
I
circle.
will
Let's
sit
not
him-
fight
you
though.
know.
I
We're
will
not.
sit
No
him down.
violence.
Yeah.
No
Is
Is she
violence.
coming back or?
Is Adam coming back?
Okay. I have no.
Yeah, I know that's crazy.
That has never happened on the show
You
before.
never had the supervillain on the show before.
Is that you?
The supervillain, the Warrior King.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's your
apparently.
supervillain name?
Apparently, the Saint&Sinner.
Okay.
The Saint&Sinner. Yeah.
Yeah, if I had known that there was like some beef between you guys, I would have scheduled you guys on different days.
I'm
Adam
not
was
buying
kinda,
that because you told me when you invited me on that it would be me and 7 chicks. And
Wait,
to bring
what? Hold on.
And to bring Adam.
No, well, let me make something clear. So, for the vast majority of the guests we bring on, we don't disclose who the other guests are. When you're coming,
You're
it's
saying multiple guys.
What's
Male
that?
guy- You're saying there's multiple male.
well, actually, Charlie Kirk was supposed to. I don't want to. We were going to have
Okay.
Charlie Kirk here tonight.
cool.
And that's what precipitated me wanting to bring Adam on. But I'm not
okay.
privy to the beef that
Buffalo
you and Adam had. But
$200.
Fair enough.
Mr. Huppies had no problem with Mr. Devon. That's a smoke screen.
Uh-oh.
This is about herpes, genital herpes. He's a plague rat, patient 0, and Brian,
Damn.
you need to wash yourself in bleach. It's airborne.
airborne.
And
But yeah, I mean, we don't
Fair enough.
disclose any of the guests, and
Okay. But at the end of the day, it's just the sword of truth is sharp. I mean, that's just all there is to it. If there was earlier, you guys heard Adam say, "You cannot hurt my feelings." He literally said that, and then his feelings got hurt, and then he ran off. And he's in the podcast game. I saw on his podcast, he set up a 19-year-old kid, a little Kelpie, to get
well,
punched
here,
out.
Let's try to bring it back to the actual dating talk. Okay,
Yeah.
Adam's left.
Fair enough.
So